It is better to keep your mouth closed, and let people think you are a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, and then success is sure. You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Good friends, good books and a sleepy conscience, this is the ideal life. Suppose you were an idiot, and suppose you were a member of Congress, but I repeat myself. Anger is an acid, that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. I am an old man, and have known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened. Get your facts first, then you can distort them as you please. A man who carries a cat by the tail learns something he can learn in no other way. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The human race has one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Don't let schooling interfere with your education. Never put off till tomorrow what you can do the day after tomorrow. Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities, truth isn't. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. Do the right thing. It will gratify some people and astonish the rest. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. A person who won't read has no advantage over one who can't read. It ain't those parts of the Bible that I can't understand that bother me, it is the parts that I do understand. Never pick a fight with people who buy ink by the barrel. The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as a rightly timed pause. It usually takes me more than 3 weeks to prepare a good impromptu speech. We have the best government that money can buy. Life would be infinitely happier if we could only be born at the age of 80, and gradually approach 18. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not your brain. Part of the secret of a success in life is to eat what you like, and let the food fight it out inside. Clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence on society. If you hold a cat by the tail, you learn things you cannot learn any other way. Grief can take care of itself, but to get the full value of a joy, you must have somebody to divide it with. Truth is mighty and will prevail. There is nothing wrong with this, except that it ain't so. When your friends begin to flatter you on how young you look, it's a sure sign you're getting old. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know because I've done it thousands of times. A person with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. It's no wonder that truth is stranger than fiction. Fiction has to make sense. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness, and many of our people need it sorely on these accounts. Noise proves nothing. Often a hen who has merely laid an egg cackles as if she laid an asteroid. The trouble ain't that there is too many fools, but that the lightning ain't distributed right. Facts are stubborn, but statistics are more pliable. Cauliflower is nothing but cabbage with a college education. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear, and life stands explained. Apparently, there is nothing that cannot happen today. There is a charm about the forbidden that makes it unspeakably desirable. A man's character may be learned from the adjectives which he habitually uses in conversation. Everything has its limit, Iron ore cannot be educated into gold. The very ink with which history is written is merely fluid prejudice. Few things are harder to put up with than the annoyance of a good example. I was seldom able to see an opportunity until it had ceased to be one. It is curious that physical courage should be so common in the world, and moral courage so rare. Man will do many things to get himself loved, he will do all things to get himself envied. Loyalty to the nation all the time, loyalty to the government when it deserves it. A man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. My mother had a great deal of trouble with me, but I think she enjoyed it. Laws control the lesser man. Right conduct controls the greater one. The more you explain it, the more I don't understand it. It were not best that we should all think alike. It is difference of opinion that makes horse races. Many a small thing has been made large by the right kind of advertising. It is better to deserve honors and not have them than to have them and not deserve them. Work consists of whatever a body is obliged to do. Play consists of whatever a body is not obliged to do. I don't give a damn for a man that can only spell a word one way. If man could be crossed with the cat, it would improve man, but deteriorate the cat. It's good sportsmanship to not pick up lost golf balls while they are still rolling. Training is everything. The peach was once a bitter almond, cauliflower is nothing but cabbage with a college education. Truth is the most valuable thing we have. Let us economize it. Drag your thoughts away from your troubles. By the ears, by the heels, or any other way you can manage it. Good breeding consists in concealing how much we think of ourselves, and how little we think of the other person. The man who is a pessimist before 48 knows too much. If he is an optimist after it, he knows too little. A man is never more truthful than when he acknowledges himself a liar. Do not tell fish stories where the people know you, but particularly, don't tell them where they know the fish. When people do not respect us, we are sharply offended, yet in his private heart no man much respects himself. Loyalty to petrified opinion never yet broke a chain or freed a human soul. When I was younger I could remember anything, whether it happened or not. The more things are forbidden, the more popular they become. I must have a prodigious quantity of mind. It takes me as much as a week sometimes to make it up. To be good is noble, but to show others how to be good is nobler and no trouble. I never smoke to excess, that is, I smoke in moderation, only one cigar at a time. The public is the only critic whose opinion is worth anything at all. The most interesting information comes from children, for they tell all they know and then stop. I have never taken any exercise, except sleeping and resting, and I never intend to take any. The rule is perfect: in all matters of opinion our adversaries are insane. Let us not be too particular. It is better to have old second-hand diamonds than none at all.